Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what happens after we die? It's the biggest mystery, one that everyone faces. Some believe in heaven, others in reincarnation, and some think our energy just returns to the universe. But what if death is just a door, not an ending? Imagine a place where energy is everything, where thought travels instantly. The spirits we seek have crossed that threshold, and sometimes they reach back. My team and I investigate haunted places searching for real evidence of the afterlife. We use technology, spirit boxes, EVP recorders, night vision cameras, to capture what can't be seen or heard. This isn't about ghost stories, it's about finding the truth. We want to understand what's on the other side. Are you ready to explore the evidence with us? Let me share a chilling true story, a tale that blurs the line between the natural and the supernatural. It's a story that makes you question what you believe about the world around us, and what might lie just beyond our perception. A family in England, seeking a touch of nostalgia, bought a vintage 1940s radio from an antique shop. Little did they know this wasn't just a piece of history, it was a portal. One night, amidst the crackling static, a distressed man's voice came through, cutting through the silence like a knife. It was faint, filled with panic, and utterly out of place. He was giving coordinates, a string of numbers whispered urgently, and saying his plane was going down, describing a desperate situation in his final moments. The voice, haunting and persistent, returned every night at the same time, always during the late hours. It was as if the radio was tuned to a specific moment in time, a loop of tragedy replaying itself. Intrigued and disturbed, the family began to investigate. Research revealed a Wu pilot with the same name as the voice they were hearing, a name etched in history. The records showed that he had crashed nearby, in a field just a few miles from their home. On the same date, they first heard the voice emanating from the old radio. A chilling coincidence or something more? Was this a spiritual echo? A fragment of the past trapped in time, reaching out through the veil? Was the radio acting as a conduit, a bridge between worlds? This is what we call an EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, a field of study dedicated to capturing unexplained voices on electronic devices. The theory suggests that spirits may use the energy of electronics to communicate, finding a way to break through the barriers that separate our world from theirs. They might be manipulating static, the random noise that fills the airwaves, to form words, to send messages from beyond. We use digital recorders in quiet environments, asking questions into the silence, hoping for a response, a sign. And sometimes we get answers, faint whispers from nowhere, voices that seem to defy explanation, sounds that send shivers down your spine. Is it just our minds playing tricks on us, our brains filling in the blanks, or is it something more profound, something truly paranormal? Energy is everywhere, constantly flowing, unseen but ever present. Radio waves carrying information across vast distances, Wi-Fi connecting us to the digital world, electricity powering our lives. If spirits are a form of energy, as some believe, existing beyond our physical understanding, maybe they are finding ways to tap into our world's energy grid, using the tools we've created to reach out and make contact. It's a direct line, a potential pathway for communication between the living and the dead. If you heard a voice crackling from an old radio, a voice that shouldn't be there, would you listen closely? Would you be paralyzed by fear, or driven by an insatiable curiosity to uncover the truth behind the voice? The evidence is out there, waiting to be discovered, if you're willing to open your mind and your ears to hear it. Here's a story many can relate to. Sarah lost her mother, who loved lavender. While cleaning her mother's closet, Sarah suddenly smelled strong lavender perfume, though everything had been packed away. The scent filled the room, then vanished, leaving Sarah comforted. Many people report phantom smells, perfume, cigar smoke, favorite foods, with no logical source. Science says it's memory, our brains linking scent and emotion. But what if it's more? Paranormal investigators believe spirits can manipulate the environment, sending personal messages through scent. It's a gentle reminder, I'm here. If you smelled your grandmother's cookies long after she was gone, would you think it's just memory? Or a message? Sometimes the smallest signs mean the most. What would you believe? For every strange story, every unexplained phenomenon that captures our imagination, there's a search for a logical explanation, a quest to unravel the threads of the unknown and bring them into the light of understanding. We strive to find answers, to demystify the seemingly impossible. We must question what we experience, challenge our perceptions, and delve deeper into the nature of reality itself. We need to rule out the ordinary, the mundane, the easily explainable, before even considering the possibility of something paranormal. It's a process of elimination, a careful sifting of evidence. Investigators look for drafts, those subtle currents of air that can play tricks on our senses, old wiring, which can create electromagnetic fields that some believe influence our perception, and natural sounds, the creaks and groans of an aging structure settling, not just ghosts. We must consider all possibilities, both natural and supernatural. Take cold spots, those localized areas of chilling air. Believers say spirits draw energy from their surroundings, causing a drop in temperature, making the air cold. A telltale sign of a ghostly presence. Scientists point to drafts, inadequate insulation, or unusual air currents within a building. Simple explanations can often account for these phenomena. Shadow figures, those fleeting glimpses of dark shapes at the edge of our vision. We might instinctively see them as spirits, entities from another realm, but science offers another explanation. Pareidolia. Our brains are wired to find patterns, to make sense of the world around us, even when those patterns don't truly exist. We see faces in clouds, figures in the fire, and shapes in shadows. The challenge, the core difficulty in bridging the gap between science and the paranormal. Science demands repeatable proof, verifiable evidence that can be consistently reproduced under controlled conditions, but the paranormal, by its very nature, often defies those rules. It's elusive, unpredictable, and resistant to scientific scrutiny. You can't simply summon a spirit on command as if it were a trained laboratory animal, or reliably repeat an EVP, an electronic voice phenomenon, in a controlled lab environment. The conditions are never quite the same, so we use scientific tools, EMF readers, thermal cameras, and audio recorders, hoping to capture some tangible evidence. But personal experience, the subjective accounts of those who have witnessed the unexplained, often fills the gaps in our understanding. Science gives us the how, the mechanisms, the processes, the potential explanations. Experience gives us the what if, the possibilities, the unanswered questions, the tantalizing glimpses into the unknown. We walk the line between both worlds, straddling the realms of scientific inquiry and personal belief. Will science ever definitively prove that ghosts exist? Will we ever have irrefutable evidence of the afterlife? Maybe not. Perhaps some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved, forever beyond our grasp. But the search itself, the relentless pursuit of answers, is what drives us forward. It's the engine of discovery, the spark of curiosity that ignites our passion. Every investigation is a delicate balance of skepticism, a healthy dose of doubt that keeps us grounded in reality and belief, an open mind that allows us to consider the possibility of something beyond our current understanding. What side are you on? Do you lean towards the rational explanations of science, or are you more inclined to believe in the possibility of the paranormal? The mystery continues, beckoning us to explore its depths and unravel its secrets. The journey is far from over. Our minds are powerful, especially in dreams. Many believe dreams are the easiest way for spirits to reach us when the veil is thin. People report vivid dreams of loved ones, feeling real and comforting. In these dreams, the departed look healthy, offer simple messages, and bring peace. Skeptics say it's wish fulfillment, our brains helping us heal. But the stories are strikingly similar worldwide, the same peace, the same messages. Could it be more than memory? Maybe our spirits connect in dreams, meeting between worlds. If you could ask a loved one one question in a dream, what would it be? Dreams blur the line between science and spirit. Sometimes comfort is the greatest message. What do you believe? If spirits want to reach us, how do they do it? They use signs, interference with electronics, flickering lights, radios turning on, phones acting up. Spirits are energy, and they can affect our energy. Animals and nature are also messengers. Birds, butterflies, or pets acting strangely at meaningful moments. Objects move. A photo falls, a watch appears where it shouldn't. These are physical signs calling cards from the other side. It takes energy for spirits to move things, so if it happens, pay attention. The key is noticing. Don't dismiss the strange. Look for patterns, meaning, and timing. Are you open to the signs around you? Sometimes the world whispers if you're willing to listen. What signs have you noticed? The messages may be closer than you think. In the grand tapestry of existence, where cosmic events often steal the spotlight, it's easy to overlook the subtle whispers that permeate our daily lives. Not all messages arrive with the fanfare of a thunderclap or the brilliance of a supernova. Sometimes the most profound insights are veiled in simplicity. They're small and easy to miss. like a gentle breeze rustling through leaves, or a fleeting thought that dances on the edge of your awareness. These unassuming occurrences often hold the key to unlocking deeper understanding. Finding a feather, seemingly adrift from its source, or a coin, glinting unexpectedly on the pavement at just the right moment, when your heart is open and your mind is receptive, can feel like a sign from beyond, a gentle nudge from the universe itself. It's as if the cosmos is winking at you, acknowledging your presence and offering a subtle reassurance. Pennies from heaven, a comforting phrase whispered through generations, and feathers are symbols of peace, often associated with angels and spiritual guidance, protection, and connection to something larger than ourselves, a reminder that we are not alone on this journey. Skeptics, with their unwavering commitment to logic and reason, call it coincidence, a mere quirk of probability, or confirmation bias, a psychological phenomenon where we tend to seek out and interpret information that confirms our existing beliefs. Our brains, ever eager to make sense of the world, finding patterns we want to see even when those patterns are not objectively present. But what if these small objects, these seemingly insignificant tokens, are the easiest for spirits to influence, the most readily available conduits for their messages? The meaning isn't inherently in the object itself, the monetary value of the coin or the biological function of the feather, but in the timing, the serendipitous alignment of events that elevates the ordinary into the extraordinary. When you need it most, when your spirit is yearning for connection and your heart is open to receive, maybe comfort, the solace we find in these unexpected moments, is the real magic, the true essence of the message. Next time you find a feather or coin lying innocently in your path, will you just walk by, dismissing it as a random occurrence, or wonder, allowing yourself to entertain the possibility of something more, something meaningful? Sometimes the smallest signs, the most unassuming objects carry the biggest messages, profound insights delivered in miniature form. It's about cultivating a sense of openness, being receptive to the subtle cues that the universe provides, being open to wonder and the possibility of magic in the mundane. What small signs have you found along your path? What seemingly insignificant objects have resonated with you, offering a sense of comfort, guidance, or connection? The world is full of quiet reminders, subtle messages waiting to be discovered by those who are willing to look. Are you paying attention to the whispers? Are you ready to receive the messages that are meant for you? The idea that the dead can reach us is ancient and universal. In Mexico, Dia de los Muertos celebrates loved ones returning for a joyful visit. In Asia, ancestor worship keeps families connected across generations, with shrines and offerings. Even in the West, seances and mediums once brought people together to seek messages from beyond. These traditions show a deep human need to stay connected after death. Across cultures, the message is the same. Death isn't the end of communication. Why do you think this belief is everywhere? Maybe it's because hope and connection are universal. We've explored stories, science, dreams, and traditions. Now the question is for you, what do you believe? Some are skeptics, trusting only what can be proven. Others are believers, shaped by personal experiences that defy explanation. Many are in between, open, searching, curious. That's why we investigate, to open the conversation and share stories without judgment. Your experience matters. Now, it's your turn. Share your story in the comments. Have you received a message from the afterlife? Do you have a question you want answered? Let's explore this mystery together. The search for answers is a journey we all share. What will you discover next?